Good day, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Danielle Lapinig, a 5th-year BS Chem MSc student. Ever think plants are boring and just for food? Think again. Plants are powerhouses that can provide for food, fuel, produce oxygen, and clean the air, among other things, through the physico-chemical process called photosynthesis. Using sunlight, plants process water and carbon dioxide into carbohydrates and release molecular oxygen. Armed with the knowledge on photosynthesis and interest on improving chloroplasts for energy production, researchers from MIT were able to publish the study, Plant Nanobionics Approach to Augment Photosynthesis and Biochemical Sensing. They initially wanted to apply how chloroplasts work to improve the energy harnessing capacity of solar cells. They developed liquid exchange envelope penetration, or LEAP, to introduce nanoceria or cerium oxide nanoparticles to isolated chloroplasts to mitigate degradation and semiconducting carbon nanotubes coated in negatively charged DNA, resulting to chloroplasts with longer shelf life and 49% boost in photosynthetic activity. Moving on to living plants, they introduced nanotubes to Arabidopsis thaliana through vascular infusion or application of a solution of nanoparticles to the underside of the leaf, where it penetrated tiny pores known as stomata. The nanotubes moved into the chloroplasts and boosted photosynthetic electron flow by around 30%. The researchers also showed that they could turn Arabidopsis thaliana plants into chemical sensors by delivering carbon nanotubes that detect the gas nitric oxide. The study is a gateway for plant nanobionics, the merging of organic and inorganic matter. Although nanobionics has been in existence for a while, it focused mainly on medical applications. The MIT researchers' innovation did not lie at the plants themselves, but at the processes that enabled them to incorporate nanotubes into plants. This is exciting because it enables the increase in efficiency of producing energy from plants and potential from harnessing this power. Although the study did not go as far as to identify how the introduction of single-walled nanotubes affect the plants, it is possible that someday we may be able to just plug our stuff into plants without hurting the environment or the plants themselves. Another exciting part of this study is how the researchers have enabled the modification of the capabilities of the plants without genetic manipulation. They were able to make the plants into biosensors. This would enable for easier detection of chemicals in the plant vicinity. This brings information gathering and processing closer to where it is needed, in the fields and not just in the laboratories. With the great biodiversity in the world and various available nanomaterials we could possibly incorporate to plants, this research's applications are indeed potentially endless. The development of plant nanobionics could be very disruptive to current business models present in the country. Particularly, these plants could disrupt the current supply chain of energy. We may see a shift from relying on large generators to retail or home-generated electricity. Lower electricity generation costs and closer to the public electricity generation can enable the boom of aftermarket products for plant-based energy. Not only will the nanotube producers benefit from this, people who make adapters or cars or cell phones with plants sprouting out of them also will. Consumers can enjoy the influx of new, interesting technology along with it. Different permutations of plants and sensors could also mean consumers, farmers, and service providers can identify chemical markers around them and quickly analyze and execute course of action for the situation they are monitoring. It gets even better as these biosensors do not need external power. They produce power themselves. Bionic plants can help solve some problems in the Philippines, including sustainable energy production and pollution mitigation. The increased efficiency of photosynthesis means that the plants could take up more carbon dioxide, clean up the air more in half the resources they normally use, and produce more oxygen for cleaner, breathable air. This would also be exciting for the Philippines since the country's plant diversity could mean more desirable traits combined with sensors that can be added within the plant. This is great since the Philippines need efficient and sustainable means of detecting poisonous gases, pollution, pesticides, fungal infections in plants, and many more. Local production means it's closer to the Filipino consumer and it can be modified to tailor-fit specific needs for the country. To cap this presentation, I'd like to show you this patent by Mohapatra and Kumar entitled Method of Drug Delivery by Carbon Nanotube Chitosan Nanocomplexes. In brief, this patent uses functionalized single-wall carbon nanotube complexed with nanochitosan for the use in the delivery of bio-affecting substances and diagnostic applications. This patent is one of the many about nanobionics applied in the medical field. With the same concept, taken and applied into a different field, which is for plants, we get the results such as bionic plants. Once again, this is Danielle Lapinig reporting about bionic plants. Thank you.